Hey everyone, Troy here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and I'm with the new 2012 Suzuki GSX-R1000. With me is Derek Shaberly from Suzuki. Now Derek, why don't you go over what's new and exciting about this GSX-R?
Thank you, Troy. A lot of changes have happened to the 2012 GSX-R1000. It looks the same, bodywork was carried over, aerodynamic efficiency from 2011 has carried over 2012. But starting from the front, one thing we'll notice immediately is the Brembo monoblock calipers have been added to the GSX-R1000. Also with the Brembo monoblock calipers is the new Sunstar Engineering front brake rotors. Those are a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, allows that reciprocating mass to be reduced, better steering. On top of that, the front axle has also been redesigned to lighten up the front end of the bike, and the front tires utilize the BT20 Bridgestone design. The front tire is even lighter than 2011. Moving in towards the engine now has the pentagonal-shaped ventilation holes that allows the engine to accelerate faster, breathe a little bit easier. Also, MotoGP technology was used on the pistons. They're 11% lighter while maintaining the same durability and strength. And cam timing comes from the MotoGP technology of engine building, allowing us to increase the torque and power delivery of the GSX-R1000 while still maintaining peak torque and peak horsepower. Moving from the engine back, you can see now we have a right side exhaust. We've removed the left side exhaust muffler. That has reduced a significant amount of weight from behind the rider, centralizing the mass so that the rider can maneuver left to right a lot easier on the GSX-R1000. And we also still maintain the carryover features that make the 1000 a very workable, user-friendly bike. With the drive mode selectors, allows you to select the power delivery that you want to choose for available traction. Maybe it's raining a little bit, or maybe you don't know the conditions of the road that you're on. You might want to select B or C mode, softer power delivery. But overall, the GSX-R 2012 is completely different and does feel a lot different.
So now, as you can see, there are bikes going on track, so it's my turn to go, try this out for myself, and I'll come back later and tell you how it works. So I wrapped up a full day of riding the new Gixxer 1000, and I'm going over my notes right now, and there's a lot to cover. I mean, first and foremost, the engine changes, for me, were pretty noticeable. I mean, the bottom end power is a lot improved from last year. Low end torque in the mid-range. You can feel it when you're riding the bike. It's just a good, solid boost in power compared to the previous year. And the different riding modes too. It's a very noticeable shift in power between A, B, and C. Brakes, the new Brembo monoblock calipers just have so much power, but it's completely manageable. You can get on the brakes as hard as you want, and the harder you pull, the stronger they get, but you can manage it so well. Suspension-wise, pretty composed bike. It was a kind of wet day today, so it was kind of iffy tiptoeing around the damp spots. But at no time that I feared the bike was going to do anything out of control. It's kind of what you expect out of a championship-winning motorcycle. The seating position on the new Gixxer 1000 is a lot like old Suzuki's. It's a very familiar feel. You sit in the bike rather than on the bike, just like every other Suzuki I've ridden in my life. You know, the upgrades that they've made to this bike are subtle but significant changes that do a lot to make this bike easier to ride and more fun, in my opinion, than previous Gixxers. So, with that said, read my review for the more thorough version of these scribbled notes, and tune in next time for our next test.